Assassin's Creed Shadows is finally here. It's one of the most anticipated games this year for one reason or another. So I have partnered with Ubisoft and they gave me an early access code to experience the game. Be mindful that this is not a full review, but my first impressions of the game. For more context, I have about 6.5 hours on the game, so I'm still pretty early into it. Now let's talk about it. First of all, the game starts off pretty strong with giving us the backstory to Yasuke and Nawe. I'm not going to spoil anything, but let me tell you, the plot at the beginning had me raising questions early on. This has me excited wondering how the rest of the game will unfold. I know a lot of people have been shitting on the game because they play as a black man in Japan and a small Japanese woman, but let me tell you, after the first 30 minutes to an hour of playing, you don't see Yasuke at all. So this also has me asking questions. How long are both characters' story going to be? Is it going to be half and half, 60-40? What's going to be the balance between both characters? This leads me into talking about the combat. I'm not going to lie, playing with Yasuke really has me itching for more. I can't wait to play as him in future parts of the game. Using that front kick alone made me feel more than capable of taking down any enemies in my way. He hits like a truck, and although he is a big guy, he still has some swift movement when parrying, dodging, or swinging his sword. He doesn't feel all that heavy or anchored to the ground. I love how they put us in the combat right off the bat, showing how powerful Yasuke can really be. Nawe, on the other hand, plays completely different, which I like. Makes it feel like you're playing two different versions of the game. The game feels more centered around Nawe at the moment, but her style of play is really fun. You can be much more stealthy with her, and I think Ubisoft nailed it with that. It takes me back to one of the reasons why I fell in love with Assassin's Creed in the first place. Nawe isn't all stealth. She doesn't hit as hard, but she is light on her feet and has some crazy combos when fighting with her tanto or katana. One of my favorite things to do right now is assassinating folks off top of the roofs or eagle diving in a bale of hay. This was always one of the coolest things in Assassin's Creed to begin with, but doing so in feudal Japan just hits different. This is one of the best looking games this year so far. No exaggeration, the game is beautiful. The colors are vibrant and it has great attention to detail. They really made an emphasis on making the scenery look alive. When you're fast traveling, you get these sort of still shots of the area you're going to and they look amazing. Synchronizing with the map never gets old just for this reason. This shit is really pretty. I can't say that enough. That's an incentive for me to explore the game and see what cool pictures I can take in photo mode. They really did their thing with the visuals, I'm not gonna hold you. I couldn't help but notice there are several skill trees to help level up your characters. It seems as though you can build them to best fit your playstyle, giving a lot of room to experiment. I haven't really made any massive upgrades yet because I'm so early on, but I am curious to see how each character is going to feel halfway through. I'm playing Assassin's Creed Shadows on PC. I did experience some frame drops when I would go to a new area or an issue where I was fighting a general near some water, and whenever I would dodge, I would roll into the water and get stuck as if I was hanging on a ledge and swimming at the same time. It didn't bother me that much, but the shit was weird. Other than that, the game has been smooth where it matters most, and that's during combat. The UI is really clean, unlike Ubisoft past games where there are so many different icons on the screen, you get overwhelmed easily. I don't know if there is an option to customize the HUD, but from where it's at now, I can rock with it. It's easy to see and easy to navigate. Let me not forget to mention that the voice acting is decent in my opinion. I think it gets the job done. Overall, after playing for about 6.5 hours, it is a good game so far. All the hate this game was getting was definitely unwarranted and just full of racial and misogynistic undertones they are scared to admit to. I say to try out the game for yourself, especially if you're an Assassin's Creed fan or this being your first entry to the series. I think it's worth figuring out what more this game has to offer so far, and I think we're embarking on a unique experience.